Hi guys, welcome to Code Debugger. In today's video we are going to cover what is retry mechanism, how retry mechanism works and how to implement retry mechanism in Spring Boot application. What is retry mechanism? So retry mechanism is like calling a service again and again in case of any fault or failure. That is called retry mechanism. Okay. How retry mechanism works? Whenever we are calling any third party services, there may be a chance the service is down for some time. So in that case, we can re-invoke that service from our backend instead of giving the error message to the users. So that is called retry mechanism. How to implement retry mechanism in our Spring Boot application? Let's start with the simple application and we will see how we can implement retry mechanism in our Spring Boot application. So let's start. So I have created one simple dummy application in Spring Boot. So let me go to the pom.xml. So to implement the retry mechanism, we need web dependency, retry dependency and AspectJ AOP dependency. Okay. So these are the three dependencies we need to implement the retry mechanism in Spring Boot application. Okay. So let's go ahead and create the controller and service. Controller. Then I will create one service. Let's say my service name is check status service. Okay. So let me annotate this with @service. So we'll write one method public. Let's say it will return one string check status. Okay. So it will take one tracking number and it will return the status. Okay. We'll have some dummy logic or we'll have some third party calling from here, another microservice call. So we'll not do the another microservice call, we'll write some dummy logic to implement this one. Okay. So let's say I am returning here something like approved. Okay. That's it. Let me go to the controller. I will show you how we can try retry mechanism. So check status controller. Okay. So let me annotate this with REST controller. Public, let's say string check status. It will take one number, tracking number it will take, and let me inject the service class here. @AutoAdd. Okay, check status service dot. You will return check status service dot check status of tracking number will pass here. So whatever we will get from the service layer will return that. Okay. Let's say in service layer we are calling some third party services. What will happen if that service is down? We need to call 3 times to that service with delay of 2 seconds or 3 seconds. Okay. So that if still that service is giving error, then we will return one meaningful message to the user. Or else if it is giving successful response, then we will return directly the successful response. We will throw the exception explicitly and we will check whether our retry mechanism is working or not. Okay, let's say we are calling the third party service and it is throwing some exception. Okay, let's say throw new runtime exception of some exception it is throwing. Okay, so what we need to do in this case, we need to call 3 times if service is not available. Okay, so for that we have one annotation like @retriable annotation is there. This annotation is provided by Spring. If you see here org.springframework.retry.annotation, it is coming from retry package, the dependency which we have added. It is coming from that. So here we need to pass multiple parameters like attributes, you can say. The value is like runtime exception. Whenever we will get runtime exception, it should call again and again to that service. Okay. Then we need to give the maximum time, how much time it will call that service. Let me give 3 times it will call. Then we need to call like how many interval of time. The backup time is like @backup we need to give here and we need to pass here, let's say 3000 milliseconds. That means 3 seconds. Okay. So let's try and see whether we are able to call 3 times to that service or not. So before start the application, let me do some sysout here. calling another service to get status. Okay, so let's start the server and we'll check, but before start the server we need to enable the retry mechanism. So let's go to the main class and we'll write here @enable retry. Okay, so we have enabled the retry mechanism, plus here we have annotated @retry with whenever runtime exception will come, just try again with 3 times. The 3 times should be like 3000 millisecond. Okay, so here we have annotated with @retry and here passing runtime exception. Whenever runtime exception will occur, this method will automatically retry again and again for 3 times with 3-second interval. Okay, so in controller let me give here the get mapping @get mapping. So here /check. Okay, and here we need to pass @request param. This tracking number will get, let me give this track number as TID. Okay, the name will be TID. So let me start the application and we'll see. The application is getting up. Yeah, started on 8080 port. Let me go to the browser. Since it is get mapping, we can call from the browser itself. Okay, localhost 8080 / I guess check $TID is equal to, let's say 101. Okay, let me call to that server. If you see here, if you see in the console, we are throwing directly the exception, right? In service layer, directly throwing the exception. That's why this call another service printed 3 times. Okay, if you see here, 3 times printed. After that it is throwing directly the service unavailable exception to the user. If you see here, we are getting 500 internal server error, but we should not get the 500 internal server error. We should get some meaningful message, right? Whenever we are doing any retry mechanism. So for that we have another annotation. We can annotate that on top of the method. Let me write that method. Let's say public string recover method. Recover. Okay, so it will return one string. It will return, let me return like please try after some time. So we need to annotate this method with @recover. Okay, that's it. Spring will handle internally everything. Let me start the server and we'll see. In case of it is failing every time, then whether we are getting this please try again after some time we are getting or not, we'll check. Okay, so we are calling another service, 3 times he called, and here if you see please try after some time you are getting, right? So this is the way how we can manage the retry mechanism with proper error handling. Here I will give another example. Suppose whenever we are calling any third-party services using REST template, let's say here we are calling some REST template related calls. Okay, so REST template always gives one exception called HTTP status code exception. HTTP status code is an abstract class and it has 2 child exceptions. So one is HTTP client error exception and another one is HTTP server error exception. Okay, so let me throw here HTTP server error exception and we'll catch the HTTP status code exception, but we should not catch the HTTP client error exception. Okay, this is the scenario we need to handle here. So let me throw here HTTP server error exception. HTTP server error exception of, we need to pass one status code. Okay, HTTP status dot internal server error we need to pass. Okay, so whenever this exception will rise, we can, like, let's say this is the child exception we are throwing and we are catching here the parent exception, but that parent is having another child also, right? That child we need to exclude. How we can exclude? There is another attribute is there, like exclude is there. Here we can pass like HTTP client error exception we can pass here. Client error exception dot class. Okay, so what we have done here we are throwing server error. Let's say from third party we are getting some server error. In that case only this will retry 3 times. If you are getting any client error, it should not retry with 3 times. Okay. So let's see whether we are able to handle this exception or not. Let's see. Okay, application started, 880 port. Let me hit again. If you see here, calling another service, here we are getting exception HTTP server error. Yeah, 3 times is called, and after that it is showing like try again after some time. Let's see, suppose we are throwing any HTTP client error exception. So in that case what will happen? Let's see, HTTP client error exception of something bad request we are throwing. Okay, so in that case it will retry or not, we'll see here. Okay, let me start the server. Started, let me hit again. If you see here, calling the service one time, and after that it is saying like please try after some time, because whenever it is calling that service, it is throwing one exception, that is HTTP client error exception. So in that case recover method called, and the first time onwards only it is saying like please try after some time, that server is down. This we can handle with different way, like if only this server error will come, then only it will handle. That we can write here. Let's say whenever server error exception will come, then only just handle this one. Okay, let's see. So let me try here. If you see, we are getting the exception here, like 400 bad request we are getting, and here we are getting 500, because the error is throwing to directly to the Spring, and the recover method is not handling that error. Okay, in that case what we can do, we can write our own controller advice, and we can catch that exception, and we can return the standard error message to the user. Okay, so this is where how we can manage the retry mechanism in Spring Boot application. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Meet you in the next video. Hope you like this video. Thank you so much.